Welcome back to another video wherever you are. Special greetings to you, and don't forget, if today is your first time, please do me a favor by subscribing to the channel. Also, don't forget to hit on the notification bell whenever we drop video. You can also get it and watch. In today's video, we are going to be looking at how Mario Draghi confront the overtaking of vaccine in Italy, and also he talked about how schools are going to open after Easter. And we are also going to Spain to see how the Spain is allowing EU travelers to Spain despite the local restrictions of COVID-19. So guys, without wasting much time, let's do this thing together. Mario Draghi has talked about the Italy vaccine. Now the vaccination campaign, or the vaccine campaign in Italy, is going on, and now they are saying some people are doing overtaking because they are saying they are giving it to old people, but some people are using their dignity, or some people are using like their power to overtake some old people. Meanwhile, it's not the right way, because the old people need to take the vaccine first before any other people. But now it's not doing it, or they are not doing it that way. People are using their power to overtake these old people to take this vaccine. And Mario Draghi is saying it's not the good way. Everybody should wait for each or her turn to get vaccinated. Don't go and use your power or any position that you have in, let's say, a political party, or if you are a politician, you will just go and use your political leadership or something like that to overtake old people, or to overtake an old person to take vaccine. Meanwhile, the vaccine is sharing according to ages, and now they are giving it to old people before it will come to the other people. So that is what Mario Draghi is also saying about the vaccine overtaking, that some leaders are doing it, or some leaders are overtaking some old people to take the vaccine in Italy here. So guys, let's go and watch the video. When we are back, we will give you the rest of the update. So stay.
Per quanto riguarda la copertura vaccinale di coloro che hanno più di 80 anni, persistono purtroppo importanti differenze regionali che sono molto difficili da accettare. Mentre alcune regioni seguono le disposizioni del Ministero della Salute, altre trascurano i loro anziani in favore di gruppi che vantano priorità, probabilmente in base a qualche loro forza contrattuale. Dobbiamo essere uniti nell'uscita dalla pandemia, così come lo siamo stati nella sofferenza degli ultimi mesi. Tutte le regioni devono attenersi alle priorità indicate dal Ministero della Salute. In tempo di pandemia, anche se le decisioni finali spettano al Governo, come ha ricordato anche una recente sentenza della Corte Costituzionale, sono pienamente consapevole che solo con una sincera collaborazione tra Stato e Regioni, in nome dell'unità.
What is coming from Mario Draghi about the vaccine campaign, the way some people are overtaking to take the vaccine from people who need it most. And now let's move on to the next story. He also talked about the schools that has been closed, that after Easter they are going to open schools, even if you are in the red zone. After some cases have come down, they will try to open the schools after Easter. So about the school, that is what Mario Draghi is also saying. So after Easter, they will also try to open schools, even if you are in red zone, so that they will make sure that all the protocols are observed, so that students can also start something again, start learning. Because you know, some people are in the house but they are learning, but to go to the school or to be in class is the most important thing. So guys, let's go and watch the video. When we are back, we will give you the rest of the update. So
in sede europea dobbiamo eseguire, no scusate, prima però volevo dire un'altra cosa. Mentre stiamo vaccinando e mentre la campagna di vaccinazione procede, è bene cominciare a pensare e a pianificare le riaperture. Noi stiamo guardando attentamente, anche ieri c'è stata una riunione della cabina di regia, i dati sui contagi, ma insomma se la situazione epidemiologica lo permette, cominceremo a riaprire la scuola in primis. E cominceremo a riaprire almeno le scuole primarie, la scuola dell'infanzia, anche nelle zone rosse, allo scadere delle attuali restrizioni, ovvero speriamo, ripeto speriamo, subito dopo Pasqua.
I've seen the video, so that is what Mario Draghi said about the reopening of school after Easter. And now let's move on to the next story. Spain is allowing EU travelers to Spain despite the local restrictions of COVID-19. Spain is saying if you are in the EU country and you want to travel, or if you want to come to Spain, you are welcome. And those who are even coming to Spain for tourism, you are all welcome despite the local restrictions that they are having. You know, Spain is in a local restrictions of this COVID-19, but they are saying if you are from the EU country or if you are coming for tourism, you can enter the countryside. So that is what is coming from Spain, and I think this is a good news because people who want to go to Spain for tourism, you guys can move to Spain for tourism. And their vaccine is also going on. They have started their AstraZeneca vaccination campaign too in Spain. So this is what is coming from Spain. If you are traveling to Spain, if you are from the EU country, and also if you are going there for tourism, you can go despite the local restrictions, as I said before. So guys, let's watch the video. When we are back, we will give you the rest of the update. So
let's talk to Sarah Morris, who's in Madrid for us. Sarah, first of all, are Spaniards frustrated with what looks a bit like a double standard here? One rule for them and one rule for tourists?
They are, Nadia. They're pretty frustrated. They're indignant. Many Spaniards were resigned, really, to an Easter at home after the rule was brought in that there would be the closure of all the regions in Spain. But the news that they would see French and German tourists in particular still coming in to places like Madrid and the Balearic Islands has caused a lot of indignation, particularly as we're in a Madrid local election campaign. Some of the politicians on the campaign trail have started talking about drunken French people being encouraged by the conservative Madrid regional leader to come here to visit. The head of a tourist association that is particularly powerful has talked about this being a Kafkaesque state of affairs. He said that it was surreal, Kafkaesque, that somebody who lives about an hour from Madrid in Ávila wouldn't be able to come to the Spanish capital, but a German could go to Mallorca. And he said it was a strange situation indeed, that theoretically somebody living in Ávila could actually get to Mallorca via Germany. Now, the government has defended that state of affairs, has said that that is because the European Commission has recommended EU states keep their borders open, and that those from European countries can travel theoretically to other European countries as long as they respect the local COVID restrictions. But that is a state of affairs that's becoming very hard to explain to Spaniards.
Sarah, meanwhile, the vaccination programme is continuing in Spain as it is across the EU. Tell us how Spain's doing at the moment.
Well, it seems to be going very, very slow indeed, Nadia. The number of Spaniards who have received both of the shots, which most of the vaccinations require, is about 2.2 million people. That's just 4.6% of the population. That means that it looks as if Spaniards will have a very difficult time to start travelling even in the summer. The government has insisted it is still on target, or will be on target, target to vaccinate 70% of the population by the summer. And the health minister in the parliament actually promised that the second quarter of this year, April to June, would see about 3 to 4 times the amount of vaccines arrive in Spain, and that would accelerate the whole vaccination process. But I can tell you that at the moment, one of the things that has slowed down the vaccination process so far is the decision to not use AstraZeneca for those who are elderly, and also to halt the vaccination until today. Vaccination with the AstraZeneca vaccine restarted today, but many people who are elderly over 80 are still waiting for the shot because some of those key workers are taking shots of the AstraZeneca. Government saying that the regions will be able to step up that vaccination in the coming months ahead.
All right, Sarah Morris for us there. Thank you very much indeed for that update from Madrid.
I hope you have seen the video. So that is how it is going to be in Spain now, and commercials in Spain are also saying things are going to be better this summer, because if the tourism, or if people who are coming for tourists in the country comes, things will boost, because you know now it's a local restrictions, people are not coming from outside. But if people intend to come for tourists, or people intend to come to the country, that is where your commercials can go on. So they are saying after taking the vaccine, they are hoping that things will get better so that they can get more tourists in Spain, so that their commercials can also get better. You know, for now, people who are doing commercials, people who are selling, their selling rate is down because people are not allowed to go outside. People are in the house, and the commercials, some of them, they will close today, they will open the next day. So things are very difficult. So commercials in Spain are hoping that in this summer things will be worse, so that people can come for tourism, so that their business can also move on. So guys, let's watch that video too. When we are back, we will give you the rest of the update, so stay tuned.
One country, two very different rules for residents and tourists. As a third wave of the coronavirus sweeps across Spain, with cases creeping up once more, authorities have opted for an untested strategy, and they've been calling on the public not to let their guard down, especially during Easter week. Ahead of the upcoming holidays, Spanish police tightened the screws over the weekend. They broke up over 100 illegal parties. These images show revelers who'd purchased their tickets for this event online. Now, while travel between regions continues to be banned for Spaniards, international arrivals are receiving a very different treatment. Tens of thousands of German tourists have been flocking to the Balearic Islands. This is likely to provide economic relief for small businesses, which are facing an unprecedented disruption. That said, Spain's COVID-stricken tourism sector is still years away from a full recovery.
I think this summer will be similar to last summer, albeit a little better. But even if we get vaccinated, I don't think this summer will allow us to recover. I can't see that clearly, that's the truth. It will get better, yes, it will, but it will not be definite.
Spain is among a number of countries pushing hard for international vaccine certificates to be ready for the summer season. This in a country where tourism is responsible for 12.4% of the GDP.
I've seen the video, so that is what is coming from Spain, as they are allowing EU travelers to Spain. And also the AstraZeneca vaccine in Spain has also started again after the suspension, and tourism people can also travel to Spain now, and commercials are also hoping that things will get better so that their business can also get up. So guys, this is the update I have for you today. The name still remains Official Cracker on YouTube, Official Cracker on Facebook, Official_Cracker1 on Instagram. You can follow me over there. If you have any question, we can try to answer you. Till we meet again in the next video, please stay safe and stay blessed. Peace out.